Hello.
Hi.
Did you find yourselves? Hello.
Hello.
Hello. How you doing?
All right,
My,
thank you.
I
You?
realise my camera's a bit wonky, so I'll just adjust my wonk on the table.
I'm trying to find us live. Hold.
I'm trying to find us live as well.
Oh,
See you on
got
the
it.
phone, but not.
Facebook is on a bit of a delay to where we are.
I'm here.
Have
I've
you
got it.
had?
So
Have
y'all
I
can
got the right?
go about your business.
I've just realised I said February Foxbox and I mean the March Foxbox. I get so confused, don't I?
I don't know how you do it and stay caught up, like,
Oh,
since you do it so far ahead.
well, yeah, because I've already done April's. So I'm now thinking
It's
about
crazy.
May's. And then,
Oh my
I don't know.
gosh.
I make myself coming backwards. That's why
Yeah.
I get I'm easily confused. I'm easily
Well,
confused.
I'm that way on a good day.
Right, now, one thing I should have done is found my paper snips. Talk amongst yourselves. How are you both?
I'm good,
I'm
thank
gonna tell
you.
everybody hi. Hi, Barbara. Hey, oh, Trouble's in the house. Hi, Cheryl. Hi, Jill, Debbie, Lori Gammon, Heather. Well, hello, Heather.
Hello.
Heather,
I like when you say that. Hello, Heather.
hello. Uh, why? I need to see. Oh,
Oh, where's my...
Stephanie and Sally, all the normal gang. Sandra.
Hello. I noticed a few people on holiday. Like Paula's in Morocco, she said. Gwental said she's in Universal Studios tonight. I was like,
All right, for
oh,
some.
flipping heck. I got Cyrus Swinton.
oh, I lost y'all for a second. I was getting an echo.
I think people are trying to lose us all the time, Melanie. I've just
I mean,
realised
I
I
don't
can't find my
understand why.
stencil.
Oh, Debbie's here.
Hi, Debbie. How are you?
Jill,
Hi, girlie.
Melinda.
Hi, Melinda. Melissa. Melinda.
No, Melinda.
Melinda. I am
Cheryl.
trying to
Cheryl
feel
says
the...
normal gang. I'm not sure you can call us normal. Well, we don't call you normal, Cheryl. We say it on here, but we don't
Ooh,
call it you behind your back.
Oh, do you know what? I've lost my stencil. How's that possible? Oh, Morag. I should get the sack, you know.
Yeah.
I would show you the Foxbox Plus, but now I can't find my stencil.
oh, oh no.
Maybe I'll show you a picture. Dang. Oh,
Just go ahead and lower your expectations, everyone.
yeah, well, you've joined us, so they're probably pretty low.
Just, just letting you know. Letting you know.
Laurie's just said she was trying to figure out what life stones meant, but she's just read it that it reads stories.
Stories, yeah.
Oh,
Stones.
oh
Okay,
God,
I guess you
Lord
can put it like
Gammon.
that.
Ah,
So I was going to tonight go through the new shop goodies, including the Fox box. I think I said February Fox box, but I mean the March Fox box. Clearly, you all know that, and I didn't. And then, I've already used some of it, hence the layout. So I thought I'd better have that here as well. And then we'll go through what's in the shop. And I figured it won't take us long, so I thought we might just do a little refresher on the technique. I was teaching at Crop in the Country, which is a retreat here in the UK. And at the weekend, one of my layouts, when we can go over this later, had some brayering on there. So I thought, and I did get asked by a few people, oh, how do you do that? I did a little mini kind of class while I was there to show people how to do that. So I thought we could cover that again tonight if that suits everybody. If it doesn't, you can shout out and I'll do something else instead. So shall we
Stephanie said
start?
we don't have expectations.
Well, that's
Just as
pretty,
well, really.
yeah. So that's probably a good idea that you don't have expectations. So this is the new March Foxbox, and I should know that. Look, so this year we have been I don't know what gave it away. We have been putting the months in each Fox box. This is obviously the one from January, and I've probably got a bit of February. So the trouble is, I use things and then I forget that I've used them, and then I can't do the live with them. So I don't know what I've done with February's now. We did have one in February anyway. And what when Melanie and I said that we would do this year, hopefully, is in the following month. So in April, we would do a little highlight page from March and use the title. So we'll do that once a month. So we said we'd do that next week, and we'll do the January kind of snapshot, as it were.
Okay.
And then to hopefully make that. So what I'm hoping is that we'll all do it together. So I'll publish a sketch as soon as I can, so that next week you'll have the sketch ready, you've got your title ready, that you'll print out your photos, and that we can all do it together. That's my thought anyway. Who knows? So but anyway, it's just to inspire you to do like a little summary page every month is what we're hoping for. But anyway, I'll crack back onto the thingy bob, March Fox box. And this month, I think I've used all my titles. But we had kind of like a build a title type thing going on. Was that this month? Oh, I'm lost now. So I have a bunch of small titles. I really am lost. I've kind of, I worked all weekend. I was really shattered, and then I kind of went to sleep about 8 o'clock last night, and I woke up at 1 o'clock in the morning. I think it was morning. So I'm really,
Oh,
I
gosh.
feel like I've got jet lag.
So did you stay up at 1?
I did eventually get back to sleep, and then it's my daughter's 21st birthday today. But she's in Romania, and she decided to text us on her way to an outing at 4:45 this morning. And
Oh,
of course,
my
it woke
gosh.
me up, woke the dog up, and we didn't go
Bless
back
her.
to
Oh,
sleep.
gosh.
So
Oh,
I really feel like I've got jet lag.
You gotta love them, haven't you?
Yeah, bless them.
Aye.
So anyway, it was lovely to speak to her and stuff, but she's back tomorrow.
I've got some of my February one, Morag.
Can you tell me
Yeah.
what have I got missing, Julie?
Well, that's the March. You've got the March one, haven't you?
Yeah, so we're doing March because you can buy March now. So February's out already, isn't it? And
Oh, right. You
gone.
want me to do my March one? Hang on.
Yeah, that's the one. See, it's so easily done, isn't it?
Hang on, my March is in the other box.
So hopefully those
so glad y'all aren't asking me for anything.
Box subscribers, you will have in transit or have it already. You will have your February Fox box. So if you're not Fox box subscriber, the March Fox box is shipped at the beginning of March, so you've got it for the whole month in advance, as it were, rather than in arrears. That's what
Right.
we aim
I've
for.
got Family Shenanigans and Hello Sunshine. Is
No,
that
that's
right?
April. No, that's April, isn't it?
Where's my March one?
Okay, so just ignore. Oh, look at the picture on the
Just
front. No,
ignore
that's
that. Where's
February.
my, I don't know where my March one is then.
Oh, goodness me. Well, you know what's in April now, don't you? Anyway, I'll come back to those then in a minute. It's just like, this is a road crash,
Oh, my
isn't it,
God.
really? As well as your Fox box, and we'll talk about what's in there in a minute when we've worked it out. You also get your little Fox scene. So we've been going, I think we've had this going for 3 years, if I'm not mistaken. So those that have been with us a long time will have collected a nice little bundle of Fox scenes. And each month we
Love
had,
those.
we had beautiful layouts. Oh, there's a Julie layout. You can see which Fox box it related to. I don't know if anyone uses these, but there's a little QR code on the front. So you just point your camera at that, and that will take you to a little secret link on the website. And then you can just say, right, I'm interested in March 2025 Fox box when it's ready. And you'll see all the layouts in there. So I'm looking in January 24. Oh, I've got, some of my perspectives left. Give me some ideas. And you can scroll through all of the galleries. So that's my doorbell.
Morag,
I was
Yeah.
looking at the computer and looking at my phone, like, what was that?
Oh, sorry.
you've got Little Things and Love Weekends of the April.
Oh, are they?
Yeah,
No
that's
wonder
why I'm
I'm
getting
so
confused. Yeah, so that's why I'm
Oh
confused.
God.
Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry.
Oh, it's the blind leading the
Oh, is
blind,
this
Ian.
one? Is it? Is it that one?
I just know that you've got. That's it. You've moved those.
Oh, there you go. I should have written on them as well. Is it this one? It is this one, isn't it? I was thinking it was build a title.
Yeah.
So ignore those then. Is that right? So am I right now?
Hang on, I'm checking.
Oh, and I've got the little people. I wonder why those are in there.
Oh
Right,
my
should I start
gosh.
again and just pretend you've never seen this, girls?
High
Yeah,
quality
Mark. We've
people,
got
high
yes.
quality.
That's right now,
Weekend.
isn't it?
Yeah, you've used life vibes.
Yeah,
Yes,
and stories.
that's correct now.
Brilliant. I did think we were building a title. I thought, where's all my titles to build
Yeah.
with?
Oh my
Yes.
Oh,
gosh.
thank you, Julie. Thank God you're here.
Yeah, that's correct.
So from January this year, so apart from the changes we were making to the Fox box, even though it's all confusing, we've now changed it. So I redesigned the magazine, first of all. So there's the little insider. So you can see the gallery online by pointing your phone at it. You can go and see the cover page layout. So this one's a YouTube video for Kiri's. And then inside then, we've now got kind of a featured layout, and then we'll give you step-by-step instructions as to how to recreate it. Just to give you a bit of inspiration. So, some people would like more information or more help to create or recreate the layout. So here in February, we have a layout by Wendy. If I want to see, more information about Wendy's layout, I can follow this QR code to go and see the blog post. And then inside, you've got a beautiful layout from Debbie. I love this layout, Debbie, by the way. She's here, I think, isn't she? So
Yes,
it's
yeah.
lovely and colourful. And there was loads of detail. So now here you can see the step-by-step instructions as to how to recreate something similar. So using your own papers and so on, you'll be able to achieve very similar results. And we've given
Debbie's put
you,
the correct words up. Perhaps you need to have Debbie on instead.
yeah, Debbie, can you join us every week? You can take my place because I clearly have no clue what's going on. I told you I've got jet lag.
Oh.
And then on the back of the magazine, we host a challenge in the Facebook group every month. So here's the challenge example. So that was me, and that's the challenge details. So again, a little QR code so that you can take part in that challenge. And it's just a fun way to get scrapping, I think, and then a chance to win £15 to spend in the shop. So over the period of time, you'll create quite a little nice bundle.
I
So
love
shall I
that.
come back to the Fox box now? Now I know what's in there. Honestly, I've been chasing my own tail all day, so I should have done better. I should have done better for sure. So the idea with the March Fox box is you could build a title. So you could say, for example, life stories, which I've used there, or like weekend vibes, which I think I saw Vicky has used. I think, if I'm not mistaken, she had everyday stories on a fantastic layout with a big photo. And
Oh, yeah, that was
anyway, the
really
girls have
nice.
used different combinations. You've used Precious, didn't you? I think, Julie.
Mm.
I even like life vibes because
Oh.
sometimes life vibes. Yeah, I like
Life
that.
vibes, yeah. Yeah, so you could do. So the idea was to mix and match, and maybe we'll do this again going forward. So you can use them across the different months. I'm sorry if it's a bit wonky as well. I've done really well today, honestly. Let me just have a
Hey,
little tilt.
You've turned up, love.
I know.
That's all
Well,
good.
I know. My apologies. So yeah, we've got the march, and then we've got shared moments. I think I saw a layout today from Vicky using that one, and I think Kiri's used that one as well, which is really nice. If there's, I think Vicky did hers with her pooch, which is always cute. I think you did one with a very vintage one with that one, didn't you, Julie?
Did I?
Yeah,
Did I?
49. It's like it's really going well this week, guys.
No,
I
I
bet
can't
you're
even
glad you
remember what I
turned
did
up.
yesterday.
I hired April. And then I wanted to show you the paper snips, which I've already used as well, or part used. And I'd only got one to show you, so I didn't cut it all up so you could see it first. But these are just beautiful, the flowers. I've seen them on a few layouts, and the little butterflies, and they just look stunning. And again, on the bottom half, so it's like one piece like this, you have the you can use the die just to snip all those out. You just line the die up.
Oh, Heather Guy said she used everyday shared moments. I like
Did
that
you
too.
every day? Oh, I'll see.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she
I would
did.
have thought.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, liking that, man. It's just
And
nice. I love this
Joanne
font.
did everyday stories.
Who did?
Joanne.
Joanne, Everyday Stories. Oh, so you can make quite a few different kind of
Yeah, lots of
combos, can't
different
you?
ones, isn't there? And
And
Joanne
she's
did everyday life as well.
oh, look at you all like. Oh, so I could do like weekend stories, for example. Oh my goodness. Yeah, for my layout, I also used, if you have the Foxbox Plus, there is a stencil which I can't find. Mine's gone walkabouts. Oh, I'm a road crash tonight. But it is a layering stencil, so you will get the butterfly base, and then you'll get another aperture that's got the detail on. So I've done that here. I've gone over with the light salvage patina underneath, and then I've gone over that with the broken china onto vellum. And the
So
lovely effect that
pretty.
you get. It just gives you a light and airy feel when you do it on vellum, doesn't it? Which I really
Yeah.
like. And then you also get a couple of little people, so a little boy and a girl, and then you've got a little couple here as well. So I documented my son and his girlfriends. They moved into a real, look at this swanky apartment. It is like a hotel, I tell you. So
Wow.
it was good. Oh, yeah, it was really good to kind of get that documented. And then that is Cityscape, which is, I think it's number 94, the stencil is. I've got that one. I just didn't have the Foxbox one. So I think those titles and so on are really versatile for, I know, because when I've seen the gallery, everything's so different to one another. It's really good, I think. Anyone got questions? Anyone like it? Someone still with us?
I think we always love it.
Well, depends if you've got a road crash
So,
coming or not.
so I have a question. So, do you keep like a notebook of when you come up with ideas and you're like, oh, this would be good for September because we're not in September yet? Or do you
I
just store them all
have,
in your
I
head?
do. It's a Word document. I've got a notebook, and I keep stuff on my phone as well, because you don't know when inspiration will strike. And then people will give me ideas or give me titles. So Julie, I rely on heavily for titles and so on. And then I'll just try and keep that up to date. And then when I come to do a Foxbox or whatever, we'll just go back and just grab ideas from there.
Well,
So
that's good. I was wondering how you kept it all
yeah,
separated.
and some, you know, what I mean, some people have asked me for things, you know, when I see them, oh, this would be a good idea, this would be a good idea. And sometimes, you know, I've just filed it away because we haven't got, it's not the right time, or
Right.
you know what I mean, we need like to put it in a collection. So sometimes people have asked me for things and I think, oh, that's never going to happen, and then suddenly it appears. So but it's just because I think somebody's mentioned in November, I was talking to one of our ladies at our retreat, and she said, "Oh, she was dressed up, I think, for the photo shoot." And then somebody looked at her coming the way in the corridor, and she said, "Don't ask." And she said, "Oh, that'd be a really good title." So actually, I did put that in the shop quite quickly. Actually, I think so.
Oh, and that's a good one.
Yeah, exactly. It's because it was just like really fun, wasn't it? I'm just wondering. I'm sorry.
And that's one of those titles that could be kids or adults or pets or anything.
Yeah, definitely. And you've used that, Jig, on
Yeah, me and Morag as
a selfie, wasn't it?
on
Of
Snapchat.
us.
Yeah, that's kind of running with y'all though. Don't ask. Just move along.
Yeah, I think that's all of us.
Oh,
Don't
yeah.
ask.
I was just wondering, I was thinking I've got more things in the shop than this. I've only got 2 pieces here, but it's in this box. I'll tell you what, my fingers on the pulse tonight. Oh, I think it's because my computer nearly crashed and I was all in the flat, wasn't I? So,
Well, at least you didn't sound like a duck or whatever you said I sounded like a while ago.
Yeah, when you thought it was your microphone, and it's just
We thought it was
No
another
idea.
part of you.
And exactly. No idea. And I couldn't hear it. So, yeah.
Oh, Cheryl said some lovely ladies gave you ideas at the weekend, Morag.
They did. Were you one of those, Cheryl? Cheryl. Sorry, I keep saying the wrong thing now.
Oh, Melinda said move along would be another good one.
Move along. Move along. Oh, I like that.
Oh, yeah. I like that.
Yeah, I am always up for ideas if you ever want to pitch some people. As like my brain, as you can see, is very constricted.
Constricted.
So this one, I love this font. I think it's a really, really cute font. I'm just looking for a piece of paper now. Would you believe? I'm in a room full of paper and I can't find any. So I really like this font, and I've just done a little bit of curly Q here and there, not too much, I don't think. And they're kind of a nice, kind of diminutive size, so you could use more than one on a page. And I saw Anne, I don't think Anne Freeman's here tonight, but I saw her at the weekend, and she's done her challenge for next month, and she's used these and then done it on tone. Oh my god, it looks amazing. I can't wait to show you that when the time comes. So we've got family, love, stories and friends, and today I think I've just picked all my favourite colours as well, so that's all about me. So again, you could put these together, like love stories, for example, love friends or family friends. You know, you can mix and match these if you wanted to, or just use them on their own.
Well, you
So
can mix them in with the other ones.
you could, couldn't you?
Precious today.
Precious today. Precious stories, family weekends.
Yeah. Everyday friends.
Oh gosh.
Everyday family. Oh yeah, that's what it is.
I think I need some rude ones, I think. Or some not some nice ones, maybe.
Nicola said she's waiting for a stitching stencil as she's too lazy to get the sewing machine out.
Now, do you know, been asked and has suggested by several people about the stitching stencil. The only thing, so for me personally, I was trying to come up with something where you can see what the stitches are. So obviously I can do straight lines, that's easy. But I was really trying to make something like, say, if you were doing zigzag, so you could see the zigzag. But I think I might have something now, so watch this space, because people have asked me, and including you, Nicola. It is logged away.
I think you should get your machine out, Nicola.
Oh, I tell you what, at the weekend, I'm going to show you through my classes actually later, and one of my classes had some chain stitching on it, so we had a little bit of a chain stitching like fun at the weekend.
Your fave,
some
that
people
is, isn't
like
it?
some people were cursing. But everyone agreed it did look nice with the chain stitching on. So we've got a title called So Happy, and then some hearts that go with that. That's a really lovely bright collection. So kind of pinks, mint, and kind of like an orangey
Yeah,
colour.
I like that one.
So that's very Julie colours, I would say, isn't it, Julie?
Yeah, that's up my street.
The pure street. And then there are, so you can just get the hearts on their own. So I'm not going to decant all of these, but same hearts, but just hearts on their own without a title. So if you need more.
Oh, we always need more of those hearts, though, don't you?
We do.
Always.
Yeah, you can just use them whenever.
And then we have, so what, I think, you know, like when you come up with an idea and then you take it to the nth degree. That was me back in, I think it was in December of these. Oh,
Cheryl's saying chain stitching, not saying anything.
yours was marvellous, wasn't it? But she was sat next to Sandy. Sandy came up with her own stitches, didn't she? She's not here, so what you say. So this is a little fun collection. So
oh, Heather used this one. Was it Heather who used this
yeah,
one?
it was. And who else have I seen? Oh, Wendy's done this one as well, I think. Because in our house we like to play a few board games. So it's, well, actually we've got some friends who play board games with, which sounds really dull. It sounds like really middle aged, but we have such a laugh, and it's
We
just,
love playing games.
yeah. I mean, you could do this. Could be the family thing. I mean, you know, we do a game night, but it could be a family thing. I think Wendy did hers of just all the different games that they have in their family. But she showed a picture of all the different board games they have. And it's nice because I when I came to take the photo for this, I went under. So we've got a lot of board games stored in, you know, one of those Ottoman beds. So I went rummaging for some dice and, you know, some pieces to photograph it with. And I found some really old board games like Uno that we used to play when the kids were little. And what else did I see? Oh, Game of Life we used to play. And you know what? You kind of forget, don't you, as to like the things you used to do when the kids were little. And it's just
Yeah.
nice, you know. I wish I'd have documented it then. So I'm not sure I've got any photos of from our time of
Stephanie
doing
says
that.
she's glad game night's back. She's walking the Monopoly board in August for her birthday.
Oh my goodness, I'm so jealous. It's absolutely perfect.
Where's
My
that?
my hairdresser said, she showed me her photos of when they went. I've got to put it on my list of things to do. I'm doing that for my 60th birthday.
What are y'all talking about? What is that?
It's an experience. I think it's in London. I think and I just thought it was going to be like a room with like themed, like Monopoly, you know, Monopoly.
Yes.
Well, Monopoly in the UK has a lot of London streets and monuments around the board. And what they've done, as far as I can remember, and I saw from her photos, is you play the game of Monopoly, but you do it through a series of rooms. So, like one room would be, I'm making this up, so if anyone's been, please chip in. One room might be Bond Street, which is a space on the Monopoly board, and she said you had to do like puzzles or game, you know, like an escape room type thing to solve something or other. But the actual, well, the way they've done it, they've executed it brilliant because it looks like a big, massive Monopoly board.
Oh,
And she
yours
said
might
it.
be
Oh, how
different
cool.
because Stephanie's just said, I just need to plan the route. No, this isn't the experience. You just visit all the locations,
Oh, do
and
you know
it's for
what? A
her
genius
her
idea.
40th.
What a blooming genius idea, because you can do that for free then.
Yeah.
Oh
Because
my
yeah,
God.
I've never thought of doing that. You know, all the times I've been to London, I've never thought of doing that. Yeah, you are
Take you
genius.
all weekend, wouldn't it?
Yeah, definitely. Just going to rearrange this. So again, just kind of supporting. You can get the little elements. So I think these were, what game were those from? I think you can get those. I think, was it Cluedo I got it from, or was it Frustration? What was that one? We had the little hats you used to go around the board. Somebody's probably
Frustration, isn't it?
Hats.
It was, they
Those
look like
little,
little hats, and you know,
yeah,
like,
it's frustration, isn't it?
is it
Where you
Frustration?
where you go in the middle, that
Yeah, and
thing
you've
in the
got that
middle.
popper thing. Do you remember
Yeah,
the popper?
I'm sure
Oh,
it's frustration.
I love that popper thing. It
And
was
then if you
brilliant.
catch one, if you land on them, they're out. They have to
That's
go
it.
right back
Yeah,
to the beginning, don't they?
yeah.
And
Oh,
they
I
have to get them
see.
all back to home. But they have to do it in the right amount of numbers, don't they, at the end?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, see, you forget all the good games, don't you? So anyway, there's a different collection of little pieces. So you may not use them all on one layout, obviously, but I think they would be great. You could do like a casino type thing, someone plays chess, or just, like for different games. I think those are really cute. I'm going to come back to that one, Julie Taylor.
Oh,
That needs
yes. Yes, I haven't
explanation.
done mine yet. I'm still contemplating.
Yeah, funnily enough, nobody's well, some people didn't they saw it at the weekend. Some people didn't know either, so I wasn't the only person who didn't know.
I've got a photo now, so I'll do it this week. I've got to do it this week because it's up on the 13th. Yeah, typical, the 13th.
So, I love this. What a blast. You had this one, didn't you? You've
What a
done the most
blast.
incredible layout I think you've ever done. I love that
Ever.
layout. Well, I don't know. I
Ever.
mean, I know, but I know the list is long, but I love that
Yeah.
layout you did. You just
I
made
think it was the background paper that did it.
I know, but I think, I've had that background paper, Julie, and it's still sat in my box. and it would not have
Oh my
turned out
God.
like that.
You can use it
Oh my
now.
God.
What a
So
blast.
do not minimise. I'll better check if anyone's on
Oh,
YouTube. Sorry if anyone's
Maureen,
on YouTube.
be glad you popped in late. It's
Yeah.
something today.
Yeah,
It's
you've missed the road
something,
It
crash
was a
bit.
hot mess, Maureen.
I know, sorry.
something today.
So if you've not seen Julie's layout, this What a Blast, I think I'll put it on the homepage because it's so lovely. So do go check that out. And it will also be on the blog. So just scroll back through the blog and you can see how
Heather
you did
used
it.
it as well.
Yeah, it is just such a lovely, lovely little set. And I am trying to do more boy things because I know that is a challenge for Norm with a boy.
It is.
Still coming back to that one. It is the month of love. So we've got tried to do some kind of generic but lovey-dovey at the same time. My someone's special. We've got a little love song. Oh my goodness, look how cute this love song tape is. Oh, can you see that? Hang on. If you can see that very well. But it says love songs on the little cassette tape. And then you get four
So cute.
balloons. 4 balloons.
That cassette tape is just, you can use it all the time kind of piece.
Yeah.
Oh, Debbie's put my layout up. Thanks, Debbie.
Ah, you're so good, Debbie. We love you. Right, so here is. I want to tell you the story behind this because I don't know. See if anyone else knows or doesn't know because I didn't. So I was doing this game stuff and I said, what other things do people do? So
Ask Melanie if she knows.
Okay, so I watch Netflix a lot. So I thought, oh, I'll do a Netflix box set. Easy.
Oh, I chimed in very early on that conversation.
Oh, did you? Well, I didn't.
Wait, okay, hold on 2 seconds.
2 seconds.
In the US, don't take that next one out yet, or is it already out?
No,
not yet.
Okay. When you think of Netflix, and it would be like a younger generation saying, write in the comments what do you call that? Saying is about Netflix.
Because I didn't know this.
We were like, how did you not know this? So y'all write in the comments.
Do you know
she
why?
She lives in the broom cupboard.
Because I'm innocent, that's why.
She doesn't
go
out.
I've had conversations with her. Come on, y'all. I know you know in the US. Drop what it is. You don't have to expound. Just say what it is. And then if we don't get many, yes, Melinda. Melinda, my fellow Texan. Yes.
Oh, well,
wait.
Well, if Melinda knows,
Angela
then I feel really silly because I didn't
yes.
know.
Yes. Even sweet little Lord Gammon knows. Yes.
Oh, goodness me.
Yes.
Well, do you know why? Do you know why? Why I wrote it? Because I'd had some Ben and Jerry's ice cream that weekend, and thought, oh, what a good saying that is. 'Cause I'd never heard of it before. So I
God,
got it off ice
y'all.
cream.
Cheryl said she bought it at the weekend, though.
Good on, I think
We
you're the
don't
only
we
person
don't
who's
want to
bought
know,
it, Cheryl.
Cheryl.
I was going
Cheryl.
to say, Cheryl, what photo are you using for it, love?
Okay, Tina didn't know.
Oh, good, Tina.
Yeah,
So,
Heather guy.
Oh,
How do y'all not know this?
see, it's because we haven't got smutty minds. That's why.
This has nothing to do with a slutty mind.
I said smutty, not slutty.
Oh, I thought you said slutty. Oh my gosh. You cut on down to the chase there, sister. Oh Lord.
Anyway,
We're
so
done.
those
Bye,
of
y'all.
you that are of my mindset, you can just stick with these.
Oh
So
my God.
that one. So I didn't know this, Netflix and chill. Those of us that are innocent, we'll just use that for the ice cream.
you're not innocent, love.
Thank you for that one.
And guess
So
what
now
I've got?
you know what
Guess
it
what I'd
is. Will
have
you
to
use
use?
it? So if you knew what it means, because I've given you that to use, haven't I, Julie? And what are you going to do with it?
What am I going to do with it?
Yeah.
Just
Oh,
the
you're going to use the
Netflix?
box set. You can use the box
Yeah.
set.
No, I'm going to use all of them. Stick them all
Oh,
on because I
no.
wouldn't know what to do with the rest of them.
Oh
Well,
God.
I just thought it was an ice cream thing. That's my. I'm sticking to
Oh,
that.
you are so innocent, Morag.
I just honestly thought it was just the ice cream. Oh, flipping
You
heck.
are that girl.
I am sorry. I'm just going to pop these in here. So,
Angela said I had kids and teenage grandkids. Yes. I would
Oh,
use it for a
Barb's
photo
just
though,
put,
like sitting in my PJs and fluffy socks.
Barb,
That,
I think you
that,
need to change those words. She's just put, are those just for me, Morag? We know you like a box set, Barb,
oh, that one. That
but
is for you,
maybe
Bob.
Netflix and chill isn't quite for you.
Yeah, that's not for you, but that one is. That's you and me, Bob. We love a box set.
oh, y'all.
I have to rely on Bob, or we rely on Bob, that was to see what we need to watch, because she's our oracle, isn't she, on Netflix. Right, let me just pop these fellas away.
Cheryl thought it was chill, as in relax, until her son told her.
Well, I thought that's what it meant, Cheryl, as well. I'm sorry. But
Oh,
to be fair, my children didn't discuss it with me, but I didn't know it was that. Oh, I was so embarrassed. I actually wasn't going to put it in the shop, and Nicola said, no, we should do it. So if anyone's offended, please do not be offended, because no offence was meant.
our Barb doesn't know what Netflix and chill means. You don't need to know, Barb.
Oh, good. I'm glad you don't, Bob. That means you're innocent as well.
Yeah,
Although you've
just
got
on no
umpteen
basis.
grandchildren.
You don't need to know that.
My, oh
So
my, oh my.
what I thought we might do is, if anybody is interested, is we'll do a little refresher on kind of inky backgrounds, because when I was teaching at the weekend, I just grab my layouts. I had 6 layouts, 3 classes, 6 layouts, and one of them was from our trip to Narleens. Look, so there's Wendy, there's Julie, obviously, and there's Debbie, Vicky, me, and this is when we went
I
to
loved that car. That was
Cracker
such a
Barrel,
nice
didn't
drive.
we? Oh, I've always wanted to go to Cracker Barrel because I've never been to one. It was a bit horrendous on a Sunday morning, wasn't it? It was Saturday morning. It was heaving, wasn't it? But what I've done is I've done bands of colour on the background. So I was just going to, because I think people said, well, how did we do that? I'd used a Brayer, of course. People hadn't used a Brayer, or, maybe they weren't very confident. So I kind of did a little mini masterclass while I was there. But I thought it may be a good idea to go over that again. I don't know if you know how to do that, you can just tune out now.
Debbie says she looks like a disembodied head in that second photo.
Wait, y'all, hold on. Barb just said, I just looked it up. What Netflix and chill means. Oh my God.
Debbie's disembodied head. You can see her body there, but it's just black on black there. Oh, there's those little rockers outside though. Do they have those outside all of the Cracker Barrels?
The rockers, yes.
Oh, that was so cool. That was my favourite bit. And I love um, oh, do you know the stuff, the shop? It's got some
It was
really cool,
full, wasn't it?
yeah,
Like the gift shop.
yeah. It's like
I
American.
cannot go to Cracker Barrel without shopping.
No, I don't blame you. It was so. I mean, it's just well, it was like next level for us altogether. So you might think, what the heck have you brought out? What happens is, and that I was saying this at the weekend, is you'll start doing a layout, and then the background doesn't go maybe according to plan, or so rather than throw them away, I just keep all these old backgrounds that I don't like. Um, Hopefully there's not that many of them. So I've now got somewhere I can practice on. So I've got a little wallet of, maybe all sorry about the flicking lights, all sorts of things, that have been started and abandoned. Sorry, this does not like white paper for some reason. Oh, it confuses the camera. Put my hand there. Da-da-da. So there's all sorts in here, as you can see. I'll try mixed media, and obviously these are just experiments. It wasn't my abandon. But they're really handy because you can use both sides. You're not wasting any more cards. So like on this one, for example, I'm really sorry about the camera, is I was just swatching bits and pieces on this gessoed, just to see how things come out. I've got colour swatches. I was experimenting with like inks, some crayons. So anyway, because it's really sturdy card, you can get away with using both sides, and really not waste any more card is basically what I'm saying.
Well, and you can keep that, and then if you need little die cut shapes out of those things, you can use the parts that are just colors and still die cut stuff out of it.
Yeah, that was a good idea, except some of mine are really horrendous. But no,
Yeah, but once they
you are
cut
right,
up, you
because
can't tell, can you?
some bits are very nice on the, like if you're making a small die cut. I was just practicing with different colours here. So yeah, you could come up with some really cool
They're
little
good to look back
shapes.
on, though, aren't they? To see what you've done and what
Yeah,
works.
because I have had some really good effects, if you know what I mean. So what I do is let's say if I'm going to make a layout, I want to try something different or a different combo, I'll just use one of my old scrap ones first. Then I say, oh yeah, I like that colour, or don't like that colour, make my adjustments, and then I've not wasted anything. So that was my first top tip, and the only top tip you'll probably get today. So my camera got mad. Let me just lower this down a little bit because I think it's so far away. It's making it
But it
worse.
just keeps getting like wavy looking.
Yeah, it's something to do with the hertz or something. It just because I think these are American style phones. It just the wavelength that we have here is different to that, and then it just doesn't like it. I don't know.
Oh,
I did look it up and to see if I could fix my problem.
I've never even noticed it before.
Yeah, it's only on the white. It's when the white confuses it, and I don't know why white confuses it. So what? I'm going to do Brayering, and we've had these little mini Brayers in the Paper Fox shop mainly. And when you get them, I was hoping I could find one that was new. I've got this one in a kit, so like this has got like a new. You can see the roller, the difference in the roller. And so if you've got one of these, and quite a few people have got them but were a bit intimidated by them, because they hadn't used them, I don't think. So the first thing you'll notice is mine's all messed up, because it's like, like you get stamps sometimes and you ink the stamps and the ink pools and you can't get a good impression. It's the same with these. It's just the process of making the rubber thingy bob, whatever that is, the roller. Obviously you need to wash them to get off any sort of residues, but sometimes just the ink pools. I don't know if this one will. And then also this one I've got, so I got out of a magazine, I think it was, or a kit or something I bought, and it's got no nut on that side, so it's likely to fall off. So as soon as I try it. So that'll make an interesting evening, won't it? So I'll just pick a couple of inks. I'm hoping I've got something bright enough for it to show. And then what we'll do is see how we get on. So again, I think, when you go to a big crop, you get people of different, different experiences. Some people haven't actually done any packaging technique, or certainly not brayering. One of the things I did say to everybody, I hope you'll agree with me, Julie, is I think you get some people that just put loads and loads of ink down and a little bit of water, and then wonder why they've got really kind of layouts that they are so bright they're just not in the
It's too
background anymore.
saturated.
So I always say start off with less, because you can always build up colour, but you can't take it away. So put a bit of ink down, put plenty of water down, and
Nicola's
then
admiring your collection of Brayers.
how
How many
that?
Brayers does one girl need?
Well, apparently I need quite a few because I keep forgetting to bring them with me. I'm going to try and keep one in my tote, I think, so then I don't, because I keep forgetting to bring it with me, don't I?
Yeah.
But you can see when I've done that, and I've only just done a quick kind of demo. Can you see how flat and wide you get with that? Because the ink is spread across the roller. I'm going to try and use this one, even though it's got no nut, just because I'm hoping this is kind of a newer one. And it is newer because look what happens now. The ink has now pooled across the roller. So now when I try it, and actually this isn't as bad as a brand new one, but you can see you get this completely different outcome. And there's nothing wrong with it. It's just maybe not what you want. So sometimes you might want it like that, but it's really hard to get any broad strokes. And then with a brand new one, what you see is kind of like small lines going up and down your page, and that's because that really needs priming. And all I mean by that is that you'll get, when you can see here, the ink spreads across the roller. You've got much more control now, because if I don't want something as broad as that, you can lift it slightly. You can obviously just apply a bit less ink in the beginning. You can try and work out some of the spodgy bits. But by having that, you'll get much more control. And then, if you've got like bits that pull, which is really what you want, you'll get these kind of subtle layers and darker patches and lighter patches, which is, I think, for me, and especially what I like about yours, Julie, when you do yours, is that you'll seem to have amazing control over your ink on the background.
I don't know whether I do. I think it just comes out how I do it.
So
I always think you can add a little and you can always add more.
Yeah.
But once it's on there, you can't take it off, can you?
I
So
agree.
you can build up.
So what I thought I would do is just to show you, I was trying to explain to the people at the weekend. Again, I haven't done any prep for this because obviously that would be too organised. We'll just grab some. I've got some gesso somewhere. So what I suggested to people to do, obviously, is give that a wash. But what you'll find is it's like I say, it's like stamps. Sometimes you'd use an eraser over the stamp, wouldn't you, to try and kind of mattify the stamp. We're going to do the same sort of thing if I can get this open. You can use acrylic paint. I've got just a bit of gesso handy, she says. And I'm just going to pop some gesso down, and just hopefully, hopefully this works, she says. So I'm just going to kind of mess up my roller so it doesn't even turn around. And then I'm going to clean it. I probably want to let it dry a bit first if I can. So I'm just trying to get this to have, like, this has gone here. It's just collected, because it's matte, like it's collected some of the inks and so on. They won't come back off, but what happens is the ink kind of spreads across that roller now.
So you're basically priming it, correct?
Yes, that's exactly right. So I'm just going to try. Oh, so this one, I need to find another nut to put on the end. Oh, so I'm not going to. If I try and wipe it off with the wet wipe, it comes off too quickly, so it's not actually sticking to the roller. Oh man alive! I should try and get the nut off one of the other ones. Let's see if I can get this to work. So if you've got a nice sparkly new one, what I suggest you do then is get some acrylic paint, just kind of mess up your roller a little bit, which mostly you don't want to do you? What will
Sounds
happen is,
counterproductive, doesn't it, really, to do this? But
yeah, so what you can see now is actually I've got a fairly good, even spread of like the paint. I'm going to let that, I think I might let that dry off. There's a bit of a blotch there. I might let that dry off, and then hopefully when I clean it up, and you'll find that when I use it again, the ink will spread right across that roller as we were after.
it's probably like a manufacturing thing, isn't it? That
Yeah,
they're coated with something that.
Well, I think they're just because they're made of rubber, aren't they?
Yeah.
And rubber by its nature repels water, doesn't it? So it's probably just.
Yeah, then we're
It's like
trying to get
when you
it to
get rubber
stick to it.
stamps, isn't it? I think it's the same.
Cheryl says basically don't look after it.
Yeah, exactly. So that's one thing. One time in our life when my bad habits came in handy. So I'm going to let that dry a minute. So that was one thing. And then let's say I just did a bright one there so you can see. Just find another piece of paper. The other thing you want to try and avoid is, I don't know if you can see this, but you get kind of these cardstock is really thick, but if you put too much water, you'll still get this effect. So you're trying to get a balance between something that's very fluid, but not over soaking your background, so it remains flat. So here on this side, when I did lay the colour down, it's not really warped because I've not put too much water down either, or too much like heavy liquid. So I'm just going to do one here just to kind of just give you another demonstration. I've just put some ink down. I'm going to give it a spritz with water, and I'm looking for a kind of a fluid background. So you can either mix it with your brayer or with a paintbrush, but you can see you've got kind of a nice liquid finish. And then we're going to take some of that. We are not rolling and decorating your bedroom. We're not going up and down like this, truly. Well, you can if you want to, don't get me wrong, you can. But really what we're after is kind of light strokes. So just pick some ink up, depending on, I'm trying not to get a full broad stroke either. So if you get that because you've gone too far, kind of switch your position and just do kind of light strokes. So we're not, as I say, decorating a bedroom. We are just trying to get a bit of colour onto the background. And that just takes a bit of practice if you can. Have you got anything to add to that, Julie, of tips for...
No, you've covered it all, I think.
And the only thing I did, I don't know about you, but I was doing for my layout, machine layout again, I was doing horizontal stripes for that, for this. But I find I'm much better off if I go front and back. So if I wanted to do this, tilt
just
your
turn it.
card and then go up and down. So
I tend to go one way. You can go the other way as well, but you'll get a different look.
Yeah.
If you go like over, cross over the other horizontal, then.
I tend to, maybe it's just when I'm doing something, I prefer the brayer because I can get a direction. Whereas if I show you the packaging technique.
Yeah, packaging technique seems to like spread a lot more, doesn't it?
Yes, you get more rounded, don't you? So let me just grab some packaging.
And this is something you could do, like, if you want to be creative, but you don't have time to pull out a layout, Just get out something and try these different techniques.
Yeah.
That's
It
a
is.
really
It
good.
is just practicing it. Really, you just need to grab some paper and have a go. I think
Yep.
so many people are frightened of mixed media, and it always looks a lot worse before you put anything on top of it. You know,
And
once
it
you start
always looks
adding
the best
things.
bit is where you put your things on top, because that's what I do all the time.
That is
And then
true.
you've covered it all up.
Yeah.
But I think when you first do it, you go, "Oh, what have I? This looks awful." But once you start adding to it, it comes alive. Then, doesn't it?
Yeah. I'm really put off by these labels because the labels don't represent. I was looking in my drawer. I thought, oh, where's I was looking for evergreen bough because I've used that at the weekend, and you know whatever colour evergreen bough is, and look at the label colour. I thought, oh, so,
Yes, very green.
so let me just show you one last thing as well for the packaging technique. So here you can see there's definitely, I think, a direction with what I've done there. Let me just move this over a little bit. So with the packaging technique, same thing again, lots of water, mix it all up, and just clean that up. And so you will lift your, put packaging into the ink, and then you've got pools of ink there, as you can imagine. So if I were to put that straight onto my page now, what's going to happen is I've got those blobs of ink. Now that might be the look you're looking for. It may be or it may not. You can do that rocking technique to, you know, kind of get a different look. The one that I use mostly is I use my fingers to spread that ink. So now, if you can see the difference here between this one, where I've got that spread of ink, but it's in a direction, no matter what I do, this will always be very, very organic. So it depends what, and you can mix the two together. So it's not do brayering or do packaging. You can do both together. These are two different colours slightly, but and again, if you've got this bit here from my packaging, you can just mop that up if you don't want that. Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. So you can just mop that up if you want to. So you can mix them together. It's a good way to get those little tiny dots if you want them. Or you can get your round paintbrush. So I was always using, what size paintbrush do you use for your splatters? I was using
I just
this.
I've got a few. I've got like a bigger, like a thin one for little splatters, and then I
Yeah,
find the big one
better.
better as long as you
No.
don't
I just
touch it
I
too
want it to be more
hard.
long with a little point on the end.
Do you know what though? This was obviously my favourite one. Look, he's like falling apart. It's a number 8 round brush. So I was using that for
But
ages.
do you find the big one better
Yep.
because
I
it holds more?
absolutely
It
love
holds
this
more
one.
water.
Yeah, so I wet my brush first. So this is number 12. I think I got a number 10 as well, have I? No, it's a 12. So number
Yeah, because
10
the
is
more
the
water
moment.
it holds, the better splat you'll get.
Yeah, and
Yes.
this, I love it because I've wet it. I'll dab off the excess, and then I'm going to pick up. I do this now, and it won't work. I pick up my ink, and now I found that I just look. I can get small splatters even with the big brush. That's what because I was figuring to myself, big brush, big black splatters.
No, but if you
But
if you if you whack it hard, you'll get a big splat.
yeah, but so that's the thing
But
is that's my
yeah,
kind of recent. So I was always using my smaller brush, and you know me, I haven't got much ink there, but because you're tapping it so light, it's not going everywhere. It's going where you want it to, and then let me just get some more ink on.
You
If
can
I were
tap it on
doing
your finger too.
yeah, but it's just such a. I think that is now my favourite paintbrush. Is all I was trying to get to.
Tina says she uses a fan brush for splatters, but you get quite a lot, don't you? Then Tina, you get a lot of
I
coverage.
find I've got no control over a fan brush. I've tried a fan brush and
I was going to say they splat wherever, don't
they
they?
are really pretty, but I couldn't get on with it, to be honest. But that's just me.
Yeah, but you like a very controlled mixed media, Morag, don't you?
I do, yes.
Yeah.
I'm not a control freak. I don't know what you mean.
I think so, yeah. Because just so much control.
Yeah.
So if I want bigger splatters now, I'm just giving it a good tap towards the end here, and I'm getting a nice big splatter. Take off the excess, and you'll get smaller splatters. But it's just I just found with this I've got so much more control than my old brush. I'm loving him. I'm going to call him Percy.
Oh my gosh.
Percy.
I don't know, Percy paintbrush.
Percy the paintbrush.
Right, should we go and see
Millie's
if this
hedgehog's
fella?
called Percy.
Oh yeah, should we go and see if this fella's any better now? And then we're finished, unless anyone's got any questions. So let me just put some ink down. I'm going to try and roller in without the roller falling off. Oh, but look, see that ink has spread right across my roller now. And I'll just
She's a happy girl.
see. And it's a bit thick because I'm holding him in place. So it's a bit thick, but you'll get the idea. Look, it's changed completely now, and that's just from applying that bit of gesso to mess up my roller. So when you clean it, it should just stick to the roller now. Even though I'll clean off some of the gesso, it will just be enough to make that better. So if you've got a nice new shiny new fella, put a load of ink or paint on it, dry brush it out, and then let it dry, and then hopefully that's all nice and primed to get going.
Okay, see, Tiff just said it. Learn so much here. I've hated the Brayer, but now we'll try it.
Yay! And that's so just make a load of yucky backgrounds with scrap. I mean, you don't have to use your best paper if you haven't got, a process already, like some in progress. You can do it on like anything really, but I find by doing it on the target one, so I always use the same cardstock, because let's say if you were using basil, you'll get different results to using heavyweight cardstock to pattern paper or whatever. So it's worth getting a couple of sheets and having a play in an area, because I can even go back. Let me just grab that. Because if I just want to practice brayering and I'm not really worried about the results, even this, though this is all here, I can still use it for practice. So even though that is on the
Nicola,
background.
They're
Yeah,
naming your Brayer now, Morag.
I beg your pardon.
They're naming your Brayer.
Oh,
Basil
yeah.
Brayer or Bruce the Brayer.
Bruce the Brayer. I think Basil. I've always liked Basil Brush.
Basil.
I've linked the Brayer if anybody is so excited now and you want to try it. I've linked it in the comments so you can grab it.
Oh, you need to try one. It's so much fun, a Brayer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it is. And you do need that size, don't you, for this?
Tiff, are you coming to the next retreat? Because Tiff says she hated her Brayer. You can have a little lesson if you are, Tiff.
And I think, you know what, just try, go
just
back
having
over
a play.
this. Go back over this, and then, you know what I mean, just to refresh yourself. Get that primed, and you will have so much more fun with it. Because I think also, I mean, Julie is the expert on this, but we're not going back and forth like that, which even though I told people, I still saw people doing that. We're going kind of lifting it. We can hold
like
it at an
touching
angle.
it, isn't it, in places?
Yeah, you can hold it at an angle just to get a little bit.
Just like a little bit of a tap and a roll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But once you've had loads of practice, I think you will love it, because it is just.
And all it is a piece of paper.
Yeah.
That you can start again. If you don't like it, it doesn't matter. It's a piece of paper.
Do you know what? I don't know what colours are under there. I think is that like what's that called? Amber. What's the fossilised amber? Oh, I kind of like that
Angela
combo
says,
though.
I've tried before, but that sucker is getting primed and then we'll try again.
Good.
Go for it, Angela.
I want to see, and if you do have a go and do a start and finish, you know what I mean, just like a before and after, because I'd love to see if it's worked for you as well.
Nicola Goodland said, yes, every Monday night is a school night. She said, I've learned the youngster talk. Cheryl said, I think I was decorating the walls. I'll try these new techniques. All right, we've hit our hour, girls.
Thank you,
Oh.
girls. Thank you, everyone. Hope that was useful. And we'll see you next week. So we're going to do, I will post the SketchUp, and I hope next week that you'll join us, and then we'll do like a January look back. So we'll get some photos sorted. Well, hopefully I can get some photos sorted. The sketches I'll do will have 6 small photos on. But I think you can squeeze a couple more on if you need to, and you can definitely take some away. So if you've got some highlights from January, get looking and get printing, and then we will make a January highlights page.
Yay.
And thank you so much, girls, and see you next week.
Thank you.